World Immunization Week, celebrated in the last week of April, that is, from 24 to 30 April, aims to promote the use of vaccines to protect people of all ages against disease. Immunization saves millions of lives every year and is widely recognized as one of the world's most successful and cost-effective health interventions. Yet, there is still nearly 20 million children in the world today who are not getting the vaccines they need. The theme this year is Vaccines Work for All, and the campaign will focus on how vaccines and the people who develop, deliver, and receive them are the heroes by working to protect the health of everyone, everywhere.
Immunization is the process of protecting an individual from a disease through introduction of live, attenuated, killed or organisms or antibodies in the individual system. Immunization is the process of protecting an individual by active or passive method. The immunizing agents are vaccines, immunoglobulins, and antiserum. There are mainly two types of immunization. They are active and passive immunization. Active immunization: killed or live attenuated organism injected which can induce immune response, while in passive there is only transfer of antibodies. Active has a long-term action while passive has a short-term action. Immune system plays an important role in active immunization, but there is no role for the immune system in passive immunization. Why is immunization important? Because there is prevention of deadly diseases. It also keeps child from suffering through a preventable illness. It also helps in less doctor visits and no hospitalization.
How vaccine works: development of active immunity, humoral or cell-mediated or both. Humoral immunity by secretion of antibodies from B cells, cell-mediated immunity mediated by T cells, example in BCG. Education of reticuloendothelial system of body and production of memory cells or primed cells by both B and T cells, that is, development of immunobiological memory.
Types of vaccines: live attenuated vaccines, inactivated vaccines, subunit vaccines, and toxoids. Live vaccines. Live attenuated vaccines contain a version of the living microbe that has been weakened in the lab, so it can't cause disease. Because a live attenuated vaccine is the closest thing to a natural infection, these vaccines are good teachers of the immune system. Example: vaccines against polio, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox. Inactivated vaccines. Scientists produce inactivated vaccines by killing the disease-causing microbe with chemicals, heat, or radiation. Such vaccines are more stable and safer than live vaccines because dead microbes can't mutate back to their disease-causing state. Example: vaccines against influenza, inactivated polio vaccine, and hepatitis A. Toxoids. For bacteria that secrete toxins or harmful chemicals, a toxoid might be the answer. These vaccines are used when a bacterial toxin is the main cause of illness. Scientists have found that they can inactivate toxins by treating them with formalin. Such detoxified toxins, called toxoids, are safe for use in vaccines. Example: diphtheria, tetanus toxoid. Subunit vaccines. Instead of the entire microbe, subunit vaccines include only the antigens that best stimulate the immune system. Because subunit vaccines contain only the essential antigens and not all the other molecules that make up the microbe. Example: plague immunization. Cellular fractions. Meningococcal vaccine from the polysaccharide antigen of the cell wall. pneumococcal vaccine from the polysaccharide capsule of the organism.
Universal Immunization Program. In 1974, expanded program of immunization organized by WHO. It was called expanded because adding more disease controlling agent of vaccination schedules, extending coverage to all corners of a country. On 19 November 1985, Government of India renamed EPI program, modifying the schedule as Universal Immunization Program. Universal immunization is therefore best interpreted as implying the ideal that no child should be denied immunization against tuberculosis, diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, and measles.
When we talk about the National Immunization Schedule, for infants the BCG vaccine should be given at birth or as early as possible till 1 year of age. And the hepatitis B vaccine should be administered at birth or as early as possible within 24 hours. And the oral polio vaccine 0th dose should be administered at birth or as early as possible within the first 15 days. And the oral polio vaccine first dose, second dose and third dose should be administered at 6th week, 10th week and 14th week respectively. Rotavirus vaccine first dose, second dose and third dose should be administered at 6th week, 10th week and 14th week respectively. The pentavalent vaccine first dose, second dose and third dose should be administered at 6th week, 10th week and 14th week respectively. Now the fractional injectable polio vaccine first dose and second dose should be administered at 6th week and 14th week respectively. The measles rubella vaccine first dose should be given after the completion of 9th month till 12th month, and it can be given up to 5 years if not received at 9 to 12 months of age. The Japanese encephalitis vaccine first dose should be administered between 9th and 12th month, and the vitamin A first dose should be given at the 9th month along with the measles. Now for children, the DPT booster should be given between 16th and 24th month, and the oral polio vaccine booster should be administered between 16th and 24th month, and the measles rubella vaccine second dose should be administered between 16th and 24th month, and the Japanese encephalitis vaccine second dose should be administered between 16th and 24th month along with the DPT or oral polio vaccine booster. Now vitamin A should be administered in the 16th month along with DPT booster or oral polio vaccine booster. Then one dose should be administered every 6 months up to the age of 5 years. And DPT vaccine booster should be administered between 5 to 6 years, and the TT vaccine should be administered between 10 years and 16 years. When we talk about the pregnant women, the TT vaccine first dose should be administered early in pregnancy, and TT vaccine second dose should be administered 4 weeks after the administration of TT vaccine first dose, and the TT vaccine booster should be administered if 2 TT doses are received in a pregnancy within the last years. Now let's see the immunization schedule of Indian Academy of Pediatrics. From birth to 15 days, the BCG vaccine, oral polio vaccine 0th dose, hepatitis B vaccine first dose should be administered. Between 6th week and 8th week, oral polio vaccine first dose, injectable polio vaccine first dose, DPT vaccine first dose, hepatitis B vaccine second dose, HIV vaccine first dose, rotavirus vaccine first dose, and the PCV vaccine first dose should be administered. Between 10th and 12th week, oral polio vaccine second dose, injectable polio vaccine second dose, DPT vaccine second dose, HIV vaccine second dose, rotavirus vaccine second dose, and the PCV vaccine second dose should be administered. Between 14th week and 16th week, oral polio vaccine third dose, injectable polio vaccine third dose, DPT vaccine third dose, HIV vaccine third dose, rotavirus vaccine third dose, and PCV vaccine third dose should be administered. At 6th month, hepatitis B vaccine third dose and oral polio vaccine first dose should be given. After the completion of 9th month, the measles vaccine along with oral polio vaccine second dose should be given. And at the 12th month, hepatitis A vaccine first dose should be administered. At 15th month, measles, mumps, rubella vaccine first dose, varicella vaccine first dose, the PCV booster,
oral polio vaccine 4th dose, and the injectable polio vaccine first booster, then DPT first booster, HIV first booster, and the hepatitis A vaccine second dose should be administered. Then at 2 years, typhoid vaccine first dose can be administered, and repeated shots of vaccine can be administered at every 3 years. And at 5 years of age, oral polio vaccine 5th dose, the DPT second booster, and the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine second dose, and the varicella vaccine second dose should be administered. At the 10th to 12 years of age, the TDAP vaccine or TD vaccine should be administered at every 10 years, and the HPV vaccine is also administered.
Conclusion: immunization is one of the child survival strategies. Both government and citizen have a stake in the health of the children in Nigeria. We should therefore work harmoniously to ensure that every child is adequately immunized.